Charades, for old-fashioned fun, was printed in the Christian Herald 75th anniversary issue of September 1953. Back in the 1870s, charades were as popular as quiz programs are today. There were not the diluted version of charades we play at present-day parties under the title of The Game or something similar. These were real dramatic sketches with spoken lines performed on a curtained stage, often with elaborate costumes and scenery. Then as now, the object was to guess the words being enacted. The form of charades was a favorite for fundraising purposes, as well as for entertainment. If the Ladies' Aid wanted to hold a benefit to support the missionary work abroad, it might present a program of charades for which tickets were sold, as the Peterkins did when they wanted to make a donation for the purchase of the village water trough. In that well-loved book of the 1880s, Peterkin Papers by Lucretia P. Hale. Why not revive this idea from the past for an unusual note in your fall program plans? Nothing is more effective than an audience participation in a performance, and everybody likes to solve mysteries. Add to this colorful, dramatic presentation, plus a speck of humor for seasoning, and you have a recipe for a successful evening. You'll need a cast of 6 or more actors and a pianist who will play a suitable accompaniment throughout the evening. You should have an announcer who will not appear in costume but will make necessary explanations and assist by holding up cards on which are printed single letters which cannot be acted out but are essential to deciphering the mystery of the mystery word. Provide your audience with pencils and paper as they enter the auditorium so they can jot down notes to help in decoding the charades as they are enacted. The announcer might begin, "Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to an evening of old-fashioned charades. The words have been chosen to act out tonight are all names of famous persons or Bible characters or whatever you select. Before the action begins, I will announce how many syllables each word has and how many scenes we will use to depict it. First, we will act out each syllable, then the whole word. When there is an extra letter that doesn't fit into a scene, I will hold up on a card and illustrates. You have been provided with pencil and paper for your convenience. Please don't spoil the fun for your neighbors by guessing out loud. When I give the signal at the end of the action, you will have an opportunity to shout out the word that we have enacted. Now, we are ready for the first word. This is the name of a famous person, and it has 4 syllables, and will be acted in 3 scenes. And the curtain opens, showing an oculist giving a young woman an eye test. The patient reads an oculist card of letters, first with one eye, and then with the other. The oculist says, "You have very good eyes," and the curtain falls, and the audience should be jotting down the word eyes. The announcer now steps out and holds up the letter N, clearly written on a large card, and the audience jots down N, and the next scene shows 2 Indians in blankets and bright feather headdresses. They enter from either side of the stage, and as they meet in the center, they raise their right hands in a typical Indian greeting and gaunt "How," and the audience writes down "How" as the curtains close. The last scene is a schoolroom. One child at the back of the stage is writing sums on a blackboard. 2 plus 2 equals 5. 4 plus 4 equals 7. Okay? And similar incorrect solutions. A boy sits behind a girl at 2 desks in the center of the stage. The boy is tying the girl's braids to the back of her seat, and the teacher facing them says, "Mary Jones, will you recite the poem?" Mary starts to rise, is pulled back into her seat by the braids and cries, "Ouch!" "Jim Smith, I shall have to punish you," cries the teacher. "Please don't punish him, teacher," says Mary. "He didn't mean to. Jim, untie my braids." "To err is human, to forgive divine," sighs the teacher as the curtain falls. The correct word is err. "Now for the whole," says the announcer, coming out from the curtains. She points to the pianist who has been playing incidental music throughout the scenes. The spotlights now focus on the pianist as she breaks into the first bars of "Hail to the Chief." "What is the word, audience?" asks the announcer, and an audience shouted out with one accord, "Eisenhower." "Right," says the announcer. "First syllable eyes, second N, third how, and fourth air." This gives you an idea of how exciting, colorful, and entertaining charades may be when used this way. You may work up any number of words you feel can be used in the length of your evening. If admission is charged, time your scenes so that you know accurately the length of the program. Choice of words is highly important in charades. Those used must lend themselves to good division of syllables, which can be acted out in an interesting manner. Here are some suggestions. Columbus County Lum and Abner bus or Columbus Longfellow. Fell O or O Napoleon Nap Oli N Robinson Crusoe Robin Son Crusoe. Perhaps you will want an evening of biblical pairs, for instance, Adam and Eve, Adam and Eve or Eve, Cain and Abel, Cain and Abel, Isaac and Jacob, and so on and so forth. Or tri-states, Arkansas, Ark, Can, and Asaw, Iowa, I, O, Way. Charades can be used for fundraising purposes and produced for a paying audience must be well worked out, carefully costumed and timed, and specific lines must be learned. But they may also be impromptu fundraising programs for any evening of your church calendar. Family night, mother and daughter banquets, father and son banquets, young people's get-togethers, and couples clubs. If charades are not planned in advance, a chest of costume material, shawls, scarves, hats, boxes, umbrellas, canes, etc., may be provided to help in acting out scenes. A competitive angle might be worked out too. Each of several Sunday school classes might prepare and give its own charade for the benefit of the rest. At the end of the evening, determine which charade was best by a group of judges or by audience vote. However used, authentic old-fashioned charades promises much fun for your church group activities.